in Sweden we had a Swedish journalist. She's called Mona Nilsson. This book is in Swedish.
Yeah.
But she has spent the last 8 years writing 2 books, and she got this Professor Anders Albom from Karolinska. He was thrown out here in May from this EIRC under WHO.
Yeah.
And she has come forward with so much things that he was actually thrown out because he was director of a company working for the telecom industry, together saying that it's safe and so on. Yeah.
But
and it was WHO who had I think was in 2004 they removed the precautionary principle that was there to protect the people.
Yep. So it's the same people sitting on each. Now, who is controlling them or who they're reporting to, I don't know. But they will be responsible.
When we talk about who's controlling them, we can call it the organization just to have a thing to refer to. But when we look at WHO, it's founded by Rockefeller. He gave them the building, the UN building in New York and so on. And it's the WHO that comes forward and they say to the National Health Board, you have to say this. We don't know yet. We will put more science up. And the Interphone study they are discussing from, they cannot agree and they agree and they cannot agree. And then they came out in May, 31st of May this year, saying that it might be a carcinogen, the radiation. And then they have said here 2 months ago or 1 month ago, no, it might not be true anyway, and it's all the confusion making, doubt making.
Yep, and this is deliberate. In fact, our biggest cancer charity in this country, its biggest funder is the mobile industry. And the man who runs it says very repeatedly, mobile phones are safe. And they are the biggest funder to the Cancer Institute.
When we talk about cancer, that's also why I do this work, because I think Denmark has a very bad reputation when we talk about cancer. We have this guy called Christopher Johansen in Denmark working for the Danish Cancer Institute.
That's not Ollie Johansen.
No, Christopher Johansen.
Okay, yeah.
And he's really, he has been lying and lying and lying for so many years. And the Danish Cancer Institute is very well known for deliberately lying and placing misinformation. And it came out some years ago that the Danish Cancer Institute had actually lost a lot of money in playing on with stock market. And the Swedish Cancer Organization had invested in big tobacco.
Yeah. The World Health Organization, it was found out in this country, they re-diagnosed brain tumours as endocrine cancers, so they wouldn't show up on the cancer statistics. And we have, in this country, when it was last looked, we had 10,000 brain cancers not showing on the statistics. 10,000.
That's a lot.
Mm.
The Danish Cancer Institute has been used like a whitewashing machine, I think George Carlin said. And they made this study and they took out the biggest groups, so there was actually only someone back who used the mobile phone once a month or something that could not be really any danger. But it seems like every time there comes a new study on the market, so to speak, or someone is publishing, the Danish Cancer Institute comes forward, says something, and it goes in the media all over the world.
Yeah, there are two things here. Now, the first thing is all of these people, the industry, they do not have to show this is safe. They only have to do one thing. All they have to do is cause confusion. That's all they have to do.
And they do that very well.
And they do that very well. And it's very easy to cause confusion because our universities are desperate for money, absolutely desperate. And the biggest contributor to university research is the government, the biggest contributor. And it's not just me. We had a minister And an American senator has also said that we've reached the stage now where governments can buy the results that they want. They can buy the results that will cause confusion. And that's all you have to do. And a good example is the interphone study that you've just mentioned. Now, this huge study, the interphone study, it actually showed increased cancers. Then the statisticians moved in. So they eliminated everybody under the age of 30, which are the main users. Everybody over the age of 59 was eliminated. They eliminated everybody who uses more than one phone. So you have one for business, one for pleasure. So they eliminated those. They defined heavy use as, I think, something like 2 hours a week, something like that. And they ended up with something like just 16% of the population. And then when you spread that 16% over the whole country and say how many of these people are getting cancer, you get to the point where they ended up saying that mobile phones not only don't cause cancer, but they prevent it, because people using them got less cancer. And that's how you do it. You only have to cause confusion.
And it's a game of statistics.
It's a game of statistics, yep. That's all they have to do.
Yeah. People should, by now, they should be knowing that governments, sometimes, I play with the word government because it's actually put together, you can say, to govern, and then meant, and meant could be mental, so it could actually mean mind control.
Yeah, I think it's above government.
Yeah.
I think the ordinary member of parliament, do you have members of parliament in Denmark? I think the ordinary member of parliament representing the public, they are trying to fight this. They are told by ministers what they will and will not say, and it is somebody telling the ministers what they and will not say, and it is these people who are controlling.
I see it as, when we look at the pyramid, I just came to this conclusion some weeks ago, that when you have the ministers, they go to the Queen, and they get like a stamp in the neck. Now you serve this part. And the other members of parliament, they try to serve the population, but they have no real power, only the ministers, because they serve upwards. They get the benefits from serving the top.
Now, this could be, and I don't know, it could be, if you are giving royalty, if the ministers have to go to royalty, it could be, and it is certainly possible, with pulsed radiation to control royalty. It could be that the royalty are being manipulated. It could be.
But it's kind of our constitution that when a new government comes in, they have to see the Queen or King.
Yeah, same here. Same here, but the Queen, our Queen, actually can't influence Parliament at all. She's not allowed to.
No.
I mean, the Queen, really, she's just a queen. That's it.
Yeah.
She can't influence. Parliament tell her what they are going to do and what they are going to say. She can't actually stop. She can't actually influence it. She's not allowed to.
It might be a little different. I don't know. It's all the same kind of show, you can say, going on. But when you look at the people attending the Queens in Denmark, we have the chairman of the biggest energy company and mail company, and SAS, the Scandinavian airline system, the flight company. And you see those people, and they are interacting with like the biggest bank family of Europe, the Rothschilds and so on. So it starts to crumble very much that they are all, perhaps they are all controlled by the bankers when it comes down to it.
It may be. I mean, the question to ask is who benefits?